What's up, world? Welcome to Nest Telly. It's me, Nest. Okay, so we're still talking about receiving social media sense. Now, I'm trying to target emotions, you personally, and the things that you spread, and how it can affect everything in general. Now, I'm going to be citing 3 stories. I'll tell you about those later. But I wanted to just talk about how the way we react to things, more often than not, a lot of things are geared towards a certain thing, whether we're willing to accept it or not. We are basically influenced by that particular emotion to be a certain thing. I'm talking about cancel culture, hate. Hate is very strong. Like, people are blatantly hating these days. Like, everybody is out on the streets feeling like they cannot be played with. If I were the one, I would do this. If I were the one, I would do that. So it's like everybody's out here being a gangster while writing. I'm talking about social media because you're writing it down. Nobody really knows what you're going to do. We know that, as the Lord would have it, that things like this worse have happened to you. And I have my laptop with me today, by the way, and you've done absolutely nothing. But hey, who is going to call you out and say, it's not true? You're going to come on the street and say, no one should try that thing with me. No one should blah, blah, blah. You know, okay, I feel like I'm blabbering. I feel like you might not know exactly what I'm saying. Okay, let me start by a tweet that was read about. I read it about 2 weeks ago on Twitter. One of my favorite platforms is Twitter. So on Twitter, a lady talked about how I don't know the exact text of the tweet, and I don't want to pull it up because it's not that relevant. But I just want to put that to understand what I'm talking about. A lady put up a tweet talking about how happy she is that she was able to be involved in her friend's, I think, birthday or bridal shower because her husband agreed to take care of their baby. And this girl gets like, I think, 300 replies at the time when I looked at it. And I looked down and I'm seeing several people, especially women. Like, I'm not trying to put genders against gender because I feel like that's what social media does. But a lot of these women are like, it's about time in this country we stop celebrating men for taking care of their children, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, everybody should calm down. This woman is celebrating. Okay? Everybody needs to watch their emotion. We are not children. Discipline those emotions, for God's sakes. What is it? But as in, people just went into speech. How can you blah? I mean, the girl is happy. Do you understand? For all we know, she's at one step to somewhere, and about 300 messages, at least half of that is people shouting, why are you celebrating him? It's his child. He's supposed to be able to do it. See, everybody has their own story. How do you know that it's not health reasons? How do you know that it's not health reasons that is stopping that from happening? Okay, fine. Maybe nothing's wrong with the man's health, right? Let's just say nothing is wrong with the man's health. Maybe the man is fine. But everybody, like, see, I think when they call us the microwave generation, I feel like it has several levels we know nothing about. We want everything to happen now. Now. Understand that everybody is coming from somewhere. Change is not easy. You yourself trying to change something, trying to discipline yourself to do something is hard. It takes you sometimes months to do it. So we've woken up one day, I put one day in quotes because it's a period of time. We're woken up over one day and said, okay, fine, this is how the world should be. Oh yeah, everybody start doing it. No. If somebody doesn't do it, how can she not do it? Because all of us feel like we're powerful now because our words matter. For those of us that have more followers, I don't have plenty followers. So I imagine a lot of people are going to come for me for that. I don't have plenty followers, I have very small followers. But those of us that have plenty followers, that start to feel very powerful, especially since everybody says yes. You start feeling like you're the voice of the people. Sister, it's social media. As it came, that is how it will go. Not social media, but that's it. The feeling that you get from being this certain way, that is how that feeling is going to go. You may be relevant social-wise, but remember that in actuality, what you're saying is more an opinion than a fact. There's a difference between opinion and facts. Okay? So, I started that just to put that in there before I get my ball rolling and all that. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of us have gotten to a point where we have this illusion of power. People in the US, I feel like they're even enjoying a bit of it. People like us in Nigeria, I don't quite understand the power people are talking about. Like, if you've gone through anything like election, the decisions that are being made in government, and the decisions that are made in political space, entertainment space, you know that all this your rant from today to tomorrow, it doesn't affect anything. I know it's painful, and a lot of us will fight me for it, but I'm telling you, it's painful. It doesn't quite abase it. People that want to do what they want to do are going to do it. That's just how it is. So, your emotions, put your emotions in check, basically. I believe that cancel culture doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't work. And cancel culture is so emotional that a lot of times we don't really think about what we're doing. So, here comes my citing. Citing number 1 is the story of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp and his wife former ex-wife Amber Heard, okay, ex, I think they've gotten a divorce now, got a divorce a while back. And now I'm using this is an American example, so just Google this, guys, you know who is Amber Heard. Played, I think, the female character in Aquaman, I think. Then Johnny Depp is, I mean, how can you know Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp is like the G, the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's been acting for a while. The guy is worth over $400 million. So his wife cited domestic violence with proof. Like, there was a picture of her with, like, you know, whatever on her face, like punches and all that, and that Johnny Depp was basically hitting her and all that. And oh boy, cancel culture. I think can be quite a bastard. Like, the guy is Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. They removed him, the lead of the road. They removed him. Cancel culture. Everybody said no, blah blah blah. The people that removed him from somewhere. I think there was another show he was supposed to be in, The Crime of Greenwell. That's a fantastic piece. People said that they were not going to watch the film because he was in it, that the guy was an abuser. The wife goes on to be a voice, an activist for domestic violence, blah blah blah. Even dated Elon Musk for a few months, did this one, blah blah blah. Now 3 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago, the Daily Mail in the US gets a recording of conversations with Johnny Depp and this Amber Heard, and it will shock you to realize that Amber was actually the violent one in the relationship. Now, if you listen to this video, it's kind of, I listened to a few. If you listen to the audio, my heart broke small for him, because you see how chill he sounds. The guy is angry with the lady, gets angry with him when what I got from one of the videos was like, when she gets violent and hits him, like he would hit him, throw things at him, and he would open the door and leave. Then when she comes back, the woman will shout at him for leaving, that how he's a coward for leaving. That is, like, I feel like that's a whole other mental conversation that needs to be had between the two of them whenever they get their acts together. So the summary of this Johnny Depp situation is, as it is now, as we sit now, it looks like the person who has actually, that's Amber Heard, who has been going around being an activist against domestic violence as a victim herself and as an actress, you know, and now going to get a lot of money from Johnny, is basically the person that has actually been abusing. We can't be too emotional about these things. They say there are two sides to the story. Number one, number two, a lot of these things actually don't concern us. I saw a news yesterday and I was like, how is this my business? Somebody's mom, a baby, kissed a mommy in the forehead and they are so cute. Somebody has put in their front page. Kilo day. You need to watch your emotional. All of us don't have to do it. Like, I imagine some people will be like, hey, it's my emotion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's what will separate leaders from followers. It sounds horrible, but I mean, it's just how the world works. I'm telling you. Those that lead, they don't react, they act. You sit down, calculate what you want to do, and then do it. It sounds mean, especially with the modern, you know, theater or modern, like, movies, media, and all that, make it look like it's mean when you sit down and calculate things you do. But that's the best way to be. You work with discipline. Your value is there. You look at things and you do it well. This Johnny Depp story makes me very sad, because Johnny Depp is someone I actually admire a lot. Thankfully, I never actually went down like, how can Johnny Depp do this? Thank God, because I don't know how I would have felt. But it doesn't still matter. He doesn't know me. Kilo day. He doesn't know me. I just happen to watch him somewhere on TV, and I like watching him. He's a good actor. That is it, though. So we need to be careful with this thing. That is what I'm trying to say. Another thing I wanted to start. I don't know if I'll be able to do the third one, but the second one I wanted to start was Busola Dakolo. Busola Dakolo came out last year talking about being raped by Pastor, I've forgotten his name, Pastor Fatoyinbo, I think, yes. And I'm not going to talk about the story because that one, I feel like that's besides the point. But what made me laugh was a lot of people, like, if you know the amount of people I unfollowed because of that conversation. That's another thing. Please unfollow people when you feel like they're stressing you. Unfollow. People can be friends in real life, because I feel like on social media people say things that they may not be able to say in real life. So this somebody that these are a few people, especially on Facebook, a lot of people that I would have conversations, like I'll sit down, I'll gist with them. We'll have, but sometimes they were posting things, I'm like, I can't be part of this conversation, no. Like, so I unfollowed them. Now, Busola Dakolo talked about, okay, getting raped at, I think, either 18 and 19, and because of that affected her relationship with, I mean, she talked about something affecting her family and all that. And she's married to the popular Timi Dakolo, one of the best voices Nigeria has. Yes, hate me if you want. And people, when I'm trying to target now, was a lot of people start carrying blogs. You know, I talked about blogs being lazy. Blogs start carrying that. How can she say that the guy raped her? That the guy bought her car? He's one that married the two of them. That she said in that church until she got married, and how the guy flies her to US and UK, something like that. People carry that story. I'm like, you people should calm down. You people don't, a lot of us don't know. All of us don't know the truth. Did you talk to the pastor himself? Did you talk to her herself? She came out and she told a story, and all of you are just jumping down the girl's neck and then defending the man. None of you know what is true or what is not true. Everybody is just shy. Everybody is just shy. You understand? Emotional telemundo, that's what I call it. Emotional social media telemundo. Everybody suddenly forms Martin Luther King. You know these women, see, this is hate. All these men hating women, Igbos hating Hausas, Nigerians hating, all of them are fueled by social media. It's hate fueled by social media. I'm telling you. Because some people on a normal day you will see and you will talk to, it won't be a problem. But because social media has taught you, this is how they are. This is how all of them are. Blah, 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 blah. You've collected it as fact. I said, okay, fine, this is how they are. I take it and go. Back to Busola's story. So, now, interesting thing that happened was that Timmy, bless that man, he says, with receipts, he comes out, brings out a video and says that this is when my wife got married. This is not the man that married us. The car that she has is not me. It's not him that bought the car. The girl was not going to that church when we met. The girl was not going to church when we got married. We are still not going to the church back until now. As of people that are now saying that he's flying her, he said, okay, carry your story and go. The husband himself said that. Would the husband be lying? He will not be lying because me, I saw the video. I looked at the video of he said, see the pastor. He saw the video of his wedding, showing this is the pastor that wed us, not this other person. Everybody now kept quiet. At this point, blogs have carried it. And they're not about when blogs and people carry this thing. They don't carry a counter. They don't say, we are sorry, there was a mistake. No, they won't. They'll just act like nothing happened. No responsibility, nothing. We need to be careful on the streets. Cancel culture is very, very destructive. And a lot of times we don't really know we don't know the truth. You get. In the end, I feel like when a lot of these things come into play, allow the law to do its work. I mean, in Nigeria, it sounds ridiculous by saying allow the law. But the thing is that it's you that will come and carry somebody else's problem. Don't you have problems of your own? Don't you have some situations that you need to solve in your life? Don't allow, it saddens me sometimes. Like, sometimes a conversation comes up and everybody dives in from different angles that have nothing to do with the conversation. Just because of prejudice. Prejudice means to prejudge. You've judged something the way something will be before it happens. I'll give you example. I think this will be my last example. I'm not going to cite the third story, but I'm going to talk about me. I love my husband's family. I love them. My husband is Yoruba, I'm Igbo. I love their family because they've never treated me any different. Like, when a lot of people have told me, literally to today, people say, hey, how did you marry from this place? This people, they don't like you. They're like this. I'm like, they've never done that to me. Not my immediate, I'm talking of my siblings, my husband's siblings, the parents, the people that are cousins, they've never done that to me, never, not once. Not once have they looked at me and said, but there are relatives that have done it. But you know what I started realizing? Relatives, I'm talking of like distance, maybe cousins, auntie, people that maybe when we go for events, they meet me and say, I'm Igbo, something, they'll pass a comment. What I've realized is that this person made their decision about who I was before they met me. So I'm not their problem. They decided since before I was born, that is how this person is, decided who I was, just because of where I was from. So you cannot allow those things to drive you. Remember your values, the values that you have. Remember them and try to stick to them. Then don't be in a hurry. Don't get too emotional. I don't know what other word to use and explain emotional. Calm down. I mean, that poor lady, she's so thankful that her husband took care of the baby and everybody attacked her. It's not his child. I'm like, but she's talking of a step up. Something just changed in her life, and she's telling you that she's thankful that it happened, and you are biting her head off. So what should she do? She should go home and start attacking her husband. She should go and start fighting. Does she not want peace too? Everybody wants peace in this life. Well, last. Nigeria is hard. Everybody wants peace. Anyway, so yes, this is my second and I think last. This is the very last time I'm going to be talking about receiving social media sense. It's about you being there's another thing I want to talk about. Trolls. I lay my hand on you. Receive sense. There are people that wake up one day and say, whoa, they are going to sit down and troll people. I've seen it. Not physically, but I've seen it on social media. Let us go. So she closed down her Instagram. Let us go and find her on Facebook so that we can continue this conversation. Conversation means that they want to stay. And to somebody not concern you. I pray that God gives you job. And I pray that God gives you sense. So that you can stop going and looking for who to touch in the name of this thing. Thank God I've never had trolls in my life. Anyway, so please, I'm talking about social media sense. Let us not forget that we're supposed to be reading, okay? We're in February. by now at least read, like, you have read at least 2 books and all that. Okay, my next video, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about the book in my next video. And thank you so much for watching. Please forgive me and my rant. I think I got a little too carried away today. What I was saying. I love you guys. Wishing you the best weekend. Okay, I'll tell you about that one later. Wishing you the best weekend, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and please tell me your social media stories, things that you think that have bothered you on social media. I wouldn't mind, because a lot of people actually started calling me and telling me, okay, that, you know, yeah, this is true, this is, you know, so I mean, I would like to hear it from you. All my videos so damn long. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye now.